What's something an adult convinced you was normal that you didn't realize was terrifying until years later? I was 10 when my dad's best friend, Mr. Dawson, started picking me up after soccer practice. My parents trusted him completely. He'd been around since before I was born. He came to barbecues, Thanksgiving dinners, even my birthday parties. Everyone called him Uncle Dave, even though we weren't related. So when my mom got a new job that kept her working late, nobody thought twice when he offered to drive me home every Tuesday and Thursday. At first, it was great. He always had snacks in the truck. We'd stop at the gas station, and he'd let me pick out candy or a Slurpee. He remembered my favorite songs and never complained when I talked nonstop about school. I thought he was the coolest grown-up I knew. Then he started making little rules. If anyone asks, tell them I dropped you off right after practice. He said people judged adults too quickly, and that avoiding gossip made life easier. That sounded reasonable to a 10-year-old. Sometimes we'd sit in the parking lot for 20 or 30 minutes before leaving. He'd tell me stories about when he was a kid or ask about my friends, my teachers, what happened at home. He always listened. He always remembered. He'd smile and say, "See? You can tell me things you can't tell anyone else." I believed him. One afternoon, I mentioned that my mom had started dating again after my parents' divorce. His smile disappeared. For the rest of the drive, he kept asking questions. Does your mom leave you alone with him? Does he ever stay overnight? Do you like him more than your dad? I answered everything because adults asked questions all the time. The next week, he brought me a brand new pair of expensive soccer cleats. "They're just between us," he said. "No need to make your parents feel bad if they couldn't afford them." That sentence should have sounded strange. It didn't. A month later, my best friend Olivia missed practice, so her mom asked if Mr. Dawson could drive her home too. The second Olivia climbed into the truck, something changed. He wasn't relaxed anymore. He skipped our usual stop for snacks and drove straight toward her neighborhood. When Olivia got out, she looked at me through the window with this confused expression, like she couldn't figure out why our ride had been so quiet. The next day, she asked me, "Does he always ask you that many questions?" I shrugged. "I guess." She frowned. "My mom says grown-ups aren't supposed to know every secret about kids." I laughed because it sounded silly, but for some reason, I never forgot those words. Everything finally unraveled when I was 12. One Thursday, my mom got off work early and drove to practice to surprise me. I wasn't there. Coach told her I'd already left with Mr. Dawson almost 40 minutes earlier. She called him over and over. No answer. When his truck finally pulled into our driveway, my mom was standing outside with tears running down her face. She asked why we'd been gone so long. He smiled and said traffic. Then my mom looked at the dashboard clock. It didn't match the time he claimed we'd left. She didn't argue. She simply told me to go inside. I remember hearing raised voices through the kitchen window. For the first time in my life, I heard my mom yell at him. Really yell. He was never allowed near our family again. Nobody explained why. Whenever I asked, my parents just said, "You don't have to worry about him anymore." Years passed. I graduated high school. Then one night, during a college seminar about grooming and manipulation, the professor listed common warning signs: special gift, secret, making a child feel uniquely understood, separating them from other adults. As each point appeared on the screen, I felt my stomach sink. I wasn't remembering random childhood rides anymore. I was remembering a pattern. When I got home that weekend, I opened my closet and found those old soccer cleats tucked into the back. They'd been too small for years. I held them for a long time before carrying them to the trash, because they were never really a gift. They were the price of trust I was too young to realize someone was trying to buy. And the part that still chills me today isn't what happened. It's how completely normal it felt while I was living it.